Now that we know there's been official talk of a new world government, as seen in the first part of this video,
when we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
There's a lot of evidence that leads also to the agenda of Project Bluebeam. But what about the secret space program? For a new world order or one world government to exist, this part is definitely essential.
Space is a warfighting domain, just like the land, air, and sea. We may even have a space force.
How long have we had a space force? And as we know, there is a space force currently, just like everything else. It starts off secret. First thing you need to know about the secret space program is where it came from. The theory has been around for quite some time, but recently, like in the last 10 years recently, a hacker named Gary McKinnon stumbled upon one of his biggest hacks. He broke into the NASA mainframe along with tons of other military mainframe computers and got to see something very disturbing.
Found an Excel spreadsheet that was actually called, at least in the heading of the column, it said non-terrestrial officers. The non-terrestrial officers are fake ones on the Navy system.
Gary McKinnon also was able to break into the NASA files about 10 years ago and retrieve some interesting information on a manifest list. He came across the secret space program.
The non-terrestrial officers are fake ones on the Navy system, with ranks and names, and then a separate sheet with tabs for material transfer between ships.
So estimate how many different ship names you saw?
I've got maybe 8 to 10.
NASA is responsible for covering up a lot of things. Check this out.
A guard told me that he was asked to burn some photographs and not to look at them. And there was another guard guarding him, who was in green fatigues, watching him burn the photographs. And he said he was too tempted. He looked at one, and it was a picture of a UFO. And he was very descriptive. I can go into that later with anyone. He immediately was hit in the head, and he had a big gash in his forehead. He was knocked out, and he's terrified. So he would have to be protected, 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 protected.
With all that noted, we're about to get into the deepest part, how it correlates with what's happening all around us today.
Card. We're going to have to build space-based weapons against aliens, and all of it, he said, is a lie. A lie. A lie.
We have a government right now walking us into World War III. To take over the whole world, it only takes 3 steps. Step 2 might be happening right now. World War III.